All right, back again with another collection update. It's that time of the month again, starting off with video games and ending with Blu-ray. I'll go for the PS5s first, as always. Starting off with a copy of Clair Obscure Expedition 33, a highly discussed game, one of the games in the recent times that have garnered a lot of attention from people. Doesn't have anything other than the disc in it. I will do a full review video for this when I finish it. I think I'm around 12 hours into it. I don't want to say much about it at this point, but it's really good. It is quite impressive. So I'll do a full review for it later on. Clair Obscure Expedition 33 RPG by a French development team. Right. I also got a used copy of We Love Katamari Reroll, which is the remake of the PS2 game We Love Katamari. My favorite Katamari game. I really like the PS2 version of this. I remember playing it a lot back in the day. So looking forward to checking this one out. The reroll for the first Katamari game was quite fun as well. So wouldn't be surprised if this is pretty good as well. I just randomly found a used copy of this on the shelf of a local used game store. So why not? I don't think this was ever released in Europe, so this is an American copy. I don't think the first re-roll for the first Katamari Damacy game was released here either. So imports. Speaking of imports, I got this in a online auction for 10 euros. So Super Sami Roll. This is released by Limited Run Games, as you can see on the back. It's not a numbered release. I guess it's like a partner distribution deal sort of game that they put out. It's an indie platformer where you play as this sort of a lizard or whatever creature. You roll into a ball and you have this tongue that you use to platform. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, I got a really good deal on this. I had to pick it up. No one else was interested in getting it, so I got it for cheap. That's nice. I also picked up during a sale a copy, finally, of Persona 3 Reload, a game that I've been eyeing for a long time. I still haven't played a Persona game ever to like finished properly. I've only played a little bit of the Persona 2 Innocent Sin, I think, that game on the PS1. But yeah, Persona 3 Reload. I will start my journey through the Persona games soon, because now I have 3, 4, and 5 in the collection. Speaking of Persona, I also got this surprisingly cheap copy for use, a used copy for surprisingly cheap. Mixing up my words. Persona Endless Night Collection for the PS4. So this is a collection of the dancing rhythm games in the Persona series. Unfortunately, only has games 3 and 5 on disc. So the disc art looks pretty cool. That's Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, and then there is Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. There is also a download code for the fourth Persona 4 game, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Not included on disc, which sucks. And then there is this sort of looks like a manual, but it's just a list of like warning texts. So there's that. And there's this like a digibook style case for this. So there is also this art book section with character art and Persona style visuals. Looks good. Yeah, I just happened to run into a copy of this and just thought that if I don't buy it now for this price, will I ever get a chance to get a copy of this for such a cheap price? I think it was 45 euros. I think I've seen this go online for much more already. So yeah, really nice artwork, nice package. So there's that. A couple more PS4 games. Got a copy of Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. Bargain bin price. Really good stuff. In great condition as well. I was waiting a long time for... there's some Bandai store points here. For this, I don't know if that code is used, whatever. I was waiting for a long time for this game to get a complete physical, because there's some DLC stuff, but it never got one, so got just a standard copy of it. Also a game that I will definitely try in VR mode, because that has VR compatibility as well. So Flight Simulator series. Then I got a copy of Among the Sleep Enhanced Edition, released by Soedesco, first-person horror game. I watched a Let's Play walkthrough of this game, like the full game, way back when it was released, but I never played it myself, and I don't know how much the Enhanced Edition is different from the main game, so something I will definitely play when I get the chance. Some of the Soedesco games, just to add some commentary here, some of the Soedesco games are quite collectible now. And this one isn't like anything too expensive or rare, but it is a bit uncommon, I would say. You don't see this quite as often as you do many of the other more popular horror games on the PS4. So if you see a Soedesco title, maybe a good idea to check out if it's worth something, because some of the ones have been gone up in price. I think the funniest Soedesco release that's pretty expensive now is the Adam's Venture Origins, the new version of the awful PS3 Bible game. That's a Soedesco release as well, and it's getting quite expensive, right? Then I also got a copy of Burnout Paradise Remastered. I've played this game to completion on the PS3, but it's one of my favorite racing games ever. So I'm definitely going to play through it again at some point. Like an open, it's not an open world game necessarily, but it's like a sandbox racer. You can drive around the city looking for races and just jump into them immediately. It's pretty cool. And then a couple of PS3 games. I don't know anything about this. This looks like it's probably not that great, but whatever. Found a copy of Civilization Revolution. I don't think there are that many console versions of Civilization games out there, but this is one of them on the PS3. PS3 is the era where like this sort of very PC-centric tactics games and strategy games became viable to play, because the controls are, I think, smooth enough to handle this sort of game on the PS3 already. There are some PS2 and PS1 ports for like Age of Empires and Command & Conquer and stuff. Those aren't very good, so I don't know. I've never been much of a Civilization player. I've played a couple of the games on the PC for a little bit, but never been a huge fan of the series. And then I also picked up a copy of Worms Collection, which has 3 games on the disc. I've been looking for a copy of this for a long time. It's one of those ones that it's always a little bit too expensive for my liking. But I finally found a copy for less than 20 euros. So this is a confusing collection in the sense that it has Worms. This is not the original game from the PC. this is the PS3 Worms, so it is not the original first Worms, right? Then there is Worms 2 Armageddon, which is a direct sequel to this one. It has nothing to do with Worms Armageddon, which is probably the most well-liked game in the series. Like Worms 2 Armageddon has nothing to do with Worms Armageddon. It's a sequel to this one. And then there's one of the 3D ones, Worms Ultimate Mayhem. I don't really care about that. 3D Worms games have always been quite bad. But yeah, I wanted to get this simply because there is a copy of Worms 2 Armageddon here on disc. I love this game so much. I've played it for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. I think it has a perfect blend of the arcadey and then these more like strategic elements of the series. So it's more arcadey than Worms Armageddon, which is probably why many people prefer Worms Armageddon over it. But I like the ridiculous ninja rope that you can use to fly around the map with, and all the crazy weapons that they added, the ferrets, and the sentry gun is such an annoying weapon. I love it so much. Just griefing people with the sentry guns, and it's so good. It's so good. Such a fun party game. Yeah. And lastly, for video game stuff, I bought a copy of Siphon Filter 2, the official guide. I saw this for a couple of euros at the used bookstore nearby, and I sometimes pick up guides. I think this is something that came with Power PlayStation Mag, because this is a not for resale copy. Not the highest quality, only black and white images, but Siphon Filter 2 is one of my childhood games that I used to play over and over and over again when I was much too young to play the game. I think it has an 18 plus age rating. I played this game when I was like 10 years old, and I loved it. This was the first game where I saw that when you shoot an enemy, there's like blood spatter in the correct point where you shoot. So if you shoot someone in a leg, there's blood on the leg, and so on. And I thought that detail was just incredible. In the PS1 days, like you didn't really see that in other games. Also had some stealth sections that I thought were surprisingly well executed. The first level in the snow, I thought it's burned into my mind. I've played it so many times. Yeah, Siphon Filter 2 official guide. And then some Blu-rays. Start with Eureka Entertainment. I have a couple of used older releases here, and then one that's sealed. So I got a copy of Criss-Cross, directed by Robert Siodmak, starring Burt Lancaster. It's a noir. Burt Lancaster is always fantastic. What does the booklet look like? Who's the female lead? Yvonne De Carlo. Don't know who that is. Yeah, Burt Lancaster is an actor I will always like. If a movie has Burt Lancaster in it, I will get it. It's that simple. So there's Criss-Cross. I also got a copy of John Ford's Rio Grande with John Wayne in it. An iconic movie. Did I show the back of Criss-Cross? If I didn't, I'll do that now. There's the blurb on the back. Rio Grande here. I've never seen Rio Grande, so there's John Wayne. And there's John Ford. Great director and great actor. Does have an interview with John Ford in it as well on the booklet. Or in the booklet. Prepositions are difficult because my native language, Finnish, doesn't have prepositions in it. So I always mess up English prepositions because of that. Right. There's Rio Grande. also got a sealed copy of Monte Hellman's Two-Lane Blacktop, which is one of the more famous 1970s kind of counterculture movies. Never seen it. I will check it out at some point. Then some Arrow releases. I got a used copy of Double Face by Riccardo Freda, the director of I Vampiri and The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, both great Italian horror movies. If you haven't seen those and you're into Italian horror movies, you should check them out. Those two were released on Blu-ray by Radiance Films, so if you're interested in those, you can get them from Radiance. I think they are still available. So yeah, Double Face. This is a first print, comes with a booklet as well. Has Klaus Kinski in it in the main role. That's always exciting. One of the craziest people ever when it comes to movies. Both on screen and off screen, just batshit insane guy. Right. I also got a used copy of The Brotherhood of Satan. This one has a slipcover, but no booklet. I don't know what's up with that. It's weird. I've seen multiple copies of this with the slipcover, but never with the booklet. So I'm guessing there are copies out there that have a booklet, but I've never seen one. So yeah, it's one of those low budget horror movies from the, I think, 70s. Yeah, 1970. I also got a sealed copy of Vengeance is Mine, All Others Pay in Cash, which is a Indonesian action movie. Yeah, Indonesian. Directed by Edwin. I don't know who that is, but it sounds interesting. So I got a copy of that. And then I'll end with a stack of 88 Films releases. I got 4 of the newest, or when I record this, the newest. There probably have been more released in the meanwhile. 4 of the latest Japanese, Japan Anarchy line releases. So we got Yakuman and Tetsu, directed by Kinji Fukasaku. This one I haven't unboxed yet. Again, much like with Burt Lancaster, if a movie has been directed by Kinji Fukasaku, I'll get the movie just immediately. I also got Yakuza Wives by Hideo Gosha, a really, I would say, underrated director. He did, I think his best movie. I have my Japanese movies here right next to me, so I can just grab one off the shelf. What did he? He directed this one. Yeah, this is one of the best samurai movies I've seen. 3 Outlaw Samurai by Hideo Gosha. So he did a bunch of good work in different genres. That's one of his Yakuza movies. He also did, what else did he do? Oh yeah, he directed this as well. Violent Streets, which is a pretty good Yakuza movie as well. So Hideo Gosha, another name that I always appreciate getting more recognition. And then I got a couple of Takashi Miike movies. So there is Zebra Man, which is a superhero movie, I guess. And then the sequel, Zebraman 2, Attack on Zebra City. I don't know what to think of these movies. I've never seen them. Takashi Miike is still currently the director that I've seen the most movies from. I think I've seen maybe 17 or 18 movies by him. Never those 2. So I'm always interested in checking out more of his stuff. One thing that I don't like about this is that they changed the OB strip. So you can see that if you put these next to one another, the Zebraman ones have this stripe on top, which I guess is like it fits the movies. But when you put these on a shelf next to one another, it looks weird. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Just a small complaint. And then I guess I'll end with a unboxing, because I got a copy of the Masters of the Universe deluxe collector's edition by 88 Films. So I guess I'll unbox this because I want to watch the movie quite soon. So I'll just rip the plastics off immediately. The box does have a little bit of damage to it, but nothing too serious. This one was sold out almost immediately. I was really lucky to get a copy of this from one of the like local sellers, one of the local stores that carry boutique Blu-rays before like the prices go insane. Right, there's the iconic poster image with Dolph Lundgren on it. Skeletor as well. Yeah, so it comes in this slip case, and then you've got movie here, poster. What does this look like? Oh, it's the same image. It's the same image. Is it double-sided? Oh, it is double-sided, right? So you've got this image from the cover of the movie case itself, and then you have this image from the cover of the slip case, or the slip cover. The slip cover, yeah. I always mess up, like slip case, slip cover, whatever. It's close enough. You know what I mean. Can I even get this back in? Yeah. It's a tight fit. Right. And then there is a book with lots of images of Dolph Lundgren's nipples and biceps. I want more nipple pics. Where are they? Come on. Where is it? Who the hell is this guy? Well, there you go. Nice. I am expecting great things from this movie. I've never seen it, but it looks exactly like the type of stuff that I enjoy. Ridiculous 80s fantasy action, and really nice looking package as well. There you go. Masters of the Universe. Let's put it here. Then I guess I'll take the Persona box here as well. I'll set it up while filming so that I can get the thumbnail with the least amount of effort possible, because that is my ethos in life. If you can do it with the least amount of effort possible, do it. All right, so there we go. That's that. I guess I'll push them back a little bit. So those are my pickups for this month. Hope you enjoyed them, and I'll be back again with something next week. Bye-bye.